No nonsense gin drinking. All gin, no nonsense.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman, and today my friends, my regular viewers and subscribers may remember I was working my way through a presentation set of all the different flavours of Mason's gin, which was brought to me by my Auntie Sal for my birthday. Well, for some reason I was remiss in my duties and I missed one of them off. I don't know how I managed to do it, but one of them, which it was actually funny enough, the one I was most looking forward to trying, for some reason I didn't do it. So I intend to rectify this mistake for you today, my friends, because this is none other than Mason's Steve's Apple Edition. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, who on earth is Steve? And I was thinking the same thing. I have no idea who Steve is, but I can guarantee you I'm going to be tasting his apples for you today. So then, let's not mess about anymore, gin lovers. We're going to get straight into it, straight in the website and see what they have to say for themselves. And of course, I shall be doing it, as with all the other Mason's gins, in my perfect, wonderful and absolutely exquisitely executed Yorkshire accent. Mason's gin is renowned for its award-winning flavoured additions, and Steve's Apple is no exception. Named after our remarkable distiller, Steve, and his glorious apple tree. So that's who Steve is. Not only is he the fellow who distills the gin, but he owns the apple trees as well. So good on you, Steve. I'm not sure what that is, but it seems complimentary, I think. Crisp and fresh with natural sweetness, leading to hints of spice and a classic dry finish. For the perfect gin and tonic, we recommend serving with plenty of ice, premium Indian tonic water, and garnishing with a slice of fresh pear. Pear? I thought it was going to say apple there. That's a strange one, but each their own, I suppose. But I tell you one thing, oh God. I tell you one thing for nothing, I will not be putting a pear in my gin and tonic, because I believe that way madness lies. But anyway, on with the show. So then, my friends, let's get the old top off and have a good sniff, shall we? Now, I don't think, as far as I'm aware, it's actually quite good for making a point, isn't it? I don't think we've featured an apple gin on the show before, so this will be a first. So, the old top's coming off, as you can see, it's going right over there, I care not a jot. Whack it in the glass. And, oh, I love pouring these little bottles. It makes me feel like a cocktail waiter. Right then, my friends, let's have a good sniff, shall we? Oh, do you know what? There's quite a lot of pressure on this one, because I believe every other one of the Mason's ones I've tried, this must be the sixth now, the sixth and final one, they've all, without exception, been absolutely amazing, like top-notch quality, brilliant gin, and that just has all that bags of quality that makes me cough a little bit. It's always a good sign. It smells like what you call just a perfect, intelligent, sort of well-made gin, but with not a massive overpowering amount of apple in there, to be honest, but it's kind of just got that freshness that sort of apple quality would give to it. So let's waste no more time. Let's get a bit of tonic in there, shall we? So it's only a tiny bit of gin, so let's put a tiny... about that much, I reckon, just a tiny bit, just to release the flavours. And I say to you, my friends, here we go. This is, what is it again? Mason's Steve's Apple Gin. Cheers. Oh, wow. Okay. Do you know what? It's not quite what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more appley, kind of like apple pie, that sort of, that sort of sharp, sort of tart zinginess of apple quality. But it's actually a lot more subtle. And let me just try it with a tiny bit more tonic, because sometimes you can release the flavours. I know it's counterintuitive. A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't be drowning it with a tonic. Sometimes, a lot of the times, it can release those flavours even more. So let me give it another little go. There we go. There we go. See what I mean? People keep saying it. Don't put so much tonic in there. I'm telling you, the tonic is where it is at. That's how the flavours get released. I'm going to do a whole video on that, I think. But that is an absolute... It's no surprise really, because as I say, Masons have been so consistently good all the way along. But that, I wouldn't say it's hugely appleified, if that's a word. Probably not. To me, it just tastes like an excellent quality gin with all the flavours working perfectly. But what they've sort of thrown in there is just like a tiny sprinkle of sort of appliness, just sort of a light dusting in there, which is quite nice, because you know what? Sometimes when you get these gins with sort of unusual flavours, they can mask the gin. They go way too far over the top, and it becomes, if you're not careful, it can kind of become something else and lose the gin essence. It's also got kind of a sort of a depth and a little bit of sort of a beautiful spiciness in there to it as well. Just enough to give it a little bit of a bite, which works beautifully, playing off that just light dusting of apple flavour. It's a really intelligent gin, this. Absolutely amazing. You can tell they've spent hours and days and months going into every single one of these flavours, because not one of them, and as you've seen, have a look at the other Mason's Gin videos I've done. They are kind of what you would say, yeah, pretty novelty flavours in there, but they don't taste like novelty gins. They taste like expertly, exquisitely made gins with a sprinkle of something unique in there. So then, my friends, what is this fellow going to cost me? Actually, you're probably not asking that question. You're probably thinking to yourself, well, we know what it's going to cost because it's going to be £34, which is the same as all the other Masons. They're all the same. Well, my friends, hold your horses, slow down, shut the front door, hold the phone, and all those different sayings, because I've just checked upon the website, and lo and behold, they've brought their prices down. They're all £30 now, so they're bang on my threshold, which I don't really like to pay above. And that works out the equivalent of about $38 or about 33 euros. So that, my friends, for that price, as I've said before, I don't mind paying over the threshold for an exquisite gin. I didn't mind paying over it for these Mason's gins, but now it's bang on the threshold. Honestly, if you haven't heard of Mason's before, I don't know if they're available further all around the world, but if you see them, seriously, you've got to give them a go. As I say, my auntie bought this brilliant presentation box of 6 of them. It's just a great way to try new gins with wonderful different flavours in there. So I cannot recommend this one highly enough to you. And in fact, I say to you, because this is the last Mason's flavour I'll be featuring on the show, unless they bring out any more, I say to you, Steve at the Mason's Distillery and all the people at the Mason's Distillery, keep up the good work, my friends. So, gin lovers, we come to the end of the Mason's dynasty. I hope you've enjoyed the journey. If you have, as always, don't forget to express this enjoyment by clicking the subscribe button if you haven't already, and of course the like button on the video. And if you want to support the show, you can either head over to my Patreon page, or you can now go onto my homepage here on YouTube and click join and become a member. But until next time, guys, you know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Thank you to all my patrons and members, and keep drinking the gin.